What's up everyone, Timothy here, aka FCFan21, bring you week 1 of the SBF, and in the first week we take on Dunakin, coach of the Midland Marowaks, and for the double battles we take on Sorrow, coach of the Pegnitz Piranhas. As you might see, Sorrow is battling with bug types, and Dunakin is in singles, so he doesn't have a type restriction. So let's jump and see what we will be facing today. So first off, we have Dunakin's team, the Midland Marowaks, and yeah, the results have already been posted in the doc, so I am blocking off that part of the section where you can see what the stats are for each Pokemon. Offensively, a very strong team, I'd say. Mega Delphox, Assyrian Samurott, Glamora, Throw, Stakataka, Sinistcha, all able to deal big damage. Defensively, Gliscor, Aromatisse, Bellibolt, Sinistcha, and Lapras can be annoying to deal with. There's a clear Trick Room element to the team with Mega Drampa, Stakataka, Aromatisse, and Bellibolt, and even somewhat Throw. So, yeah. Looking at the team, pretty strong. Stakataka can be Terra Steel, Fighting, or Ghost. Glamora. Is it all going to happen live, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to try and not give anything away here. There we go. You can see it, I can. Glamora, Terra Poison, Grass and Dark, Stakataka, Steel, Fighting, Ghost, and Throw is Fighting, Ground and Water. So let's see what I bring against that team. First up, we bring Mega Lopunny, Close Combat Return, Ice Punch and U-Turn, Ice Punch of course being for the Gliscor. Why Close Ice Punch and not Triple Axle? First up, Ice Punch is more than enough to deal the damage that I want. 2, Triple Axle has a chance of missing. And 3, there is also a Bellibolt with Static. If I get staticked, Mega Lopunny is going to be in a world of pain. It has Limber before Mega Evolving, but after that I can get paralyzed, and I do not want to get paralyzed, so there you go. Lola Montez. Next up, Age of Steam is Volcanion. Max HP, max special attack. I fully expect Dunakin, even though it's unconventional in singles, to go for Trick Room. Therefore I went with max HP, max special attack, Expert Belt because Flamethrower, Steam Eruption, Earth Power and Terra Blast Fairy will do a lot of damage into my opponent. So therefore I decided to go with these 4 moves and an Expert Belt. No, little speed, just in case I need to outspeed something that is trying to speed creep me. But besides that, yeah, just raw power. Gastrodon, I went for Gastrodon East because we are in the East Division. Scald, Earth Power, Recover and Spikes. Spikes of course for residual damage, Recover to keep it healthy, Scald and Earth Power for step moves, max HP, lots of defense, so I can take on Pokemon like Assyrian Samurott. I get 3-hit KO by a max attack, sharpness, ceaseless edge, so I can recover spam there. Scald Earth Power will do enough. We have Paper Cutter, Scissor, Technician, Bullet Punch. Knock Off, U-Turn and Close Combat are not Technician boosted, but still do a lot of damage with that max attack Animate Nature stat. Close Combat mainly to take down things like the Stakataka. And an Assault Vest, so I can take on the Sinistcha decently well, even when it's setting up. We have Bismarck, the Delmise, Power Whip, Shadow Claw, Rapid Spin, Synthesis with the heavy duty boots. I spin away hazards, I synthesis up any damage dealt to me, and again special attack. My opponent has a lot of special attackers, so I went with a lot of special defense, especially because its natural defense is higher than its natural special defense. Power Whip and Shadow Claw as step moves. yeah, mainly Shadow Claw if I think the Sin's just switching in on me. And last but not least, a last minute adjustment to my team. I'm not sure, I think they call it this a Chinese set with lots of adjustments for Serendipity Poison. I went with Technician, so Icy Wind and Acid Spray are getting a 50% boost. Yeah, 50% boost. So basically going for a little under base 90 and base 60. Icy Wind again for the Gliscor. Acid Spray is great for Coal Mine Sinistcha, for example, because Sinistcha loves to set up Coal Mines. But also if I expect the Mega Drampa to switch in against the Belly Bolt, it's nice because it's pretty bulky, so getting acid sprays off and halving their special defense is great. Going for Moonblast because it's stab, and U-turn of course for momentum. So that's the singles part. Let's jump to the doubles part. And the doubles part hasn't been put into the doc yet, so we can freely look at Sorrow's page. Unfortunately, or fortunately, no Terra captains here, so yeah. He has a pretty scary team. Genesect, Volcarona, Buzzwole, Cleaver, Venonat, Hisuian Arcanine as a Terra captain, Vikavolt, Repska, Beedrill, Butterfree and Yanmega, Beedrill being the only one to Mega Evolve, but I fully expect that thing to come because Poison is a bitch into my team, so yeah. Just like Genesect. Genesect is definitely coming. I expect Volcarona to come because Volcarona resists all my Fairy type moves. Cleaver could be decent into me to set up Stealth Rocks. Vikavolt I can see coming for Sticky Webs. Repska I don't really see coming. Buzzwole I don't really see coming because Buzzwole is one of the few Pokemon that take super effective damage from me. So I don't really think that's coming. Butterfree and Yanmega, I don't see it, but maybe he does. Venonat also is, I guess, logically speaking, it would come. And that's because it provides a lot and also doesn't take super effective damage from stab moves from me. So yeah, I think Venonat is a definitely come. So let's see what I will be putting up against them. You are going to see my teams here, but yeah, these battles are all going to be played before the game gets up, so let's go to this team. And we start off with Rihanna, the Mega Diancie, Shine Bright like a Diamond, as a mixed attacker, Hasty Nature, so boosting its speed, lowering its defense. And I believe Mega Diancie should be the fastest thing on the field with base 110, if I'm not mistaken. Rock Slide, D-Gleam, Power Gem and Protect. Rock Slide, of course, being a multi-target move, so I can hit both my opponent's Pokemons, which is great. D-Gleam, just in case I need Fairy Stab. It might happen, I don't know. And Power Gem just to hit single target moves Pokemon, or to hit a Physical Wall, because Power Gem is special. No shit. We bring Mawile in its base form with Intimidate, Expert Belt, Max Attack, Adamant, a little bit of speed investment so I can outspeed Pokemon in Tailwind. Big brain. Stealth Rocks because if he switches in, they're bug types, so they at least take 12.5% to 25%, and no boots for Corona even close to 50%. Fire Fang for that annoying Genesect, Rock Slide, Knockoff, and like I said, Stealth Rock. Knockoff is great to get rid of Eviolite from a Venonat and all that, and again Rock Slide, great for this team. Whimsicott with Prankster Lagging Tail to switch route into an opponent. I can trap them with Encore, so they cannot do much, and Tailwind of course, so I can get speed on the rest of my team. And yeah, Whimsicott is fully here to support the rest of the team. U-turn to get out of there so I can get other Pokemon in like Petey or Tomahawk to help me set up Reflect and Light Screen, because that's also very nice to have. With the Light Clay I can have screens for at least 8 turns if it's not getting brick breaked away. Damn, that's a tongue twister, I guess. Nature's Madness, just to cut defensive Pokemons in the HP in half, and Volt Switch to get out of there. So Cyber Fairy can come in with its Quark Drive ability to boost that attack and speed. My attack, and with Dragon Dance I can get more speed. With Tailwind I don't even need to click Dragon Dance, I can just click Rock Slide and Fire Punch and lower attack with Breaking Swipe. White Lens, so Rock Slide has a 1% chance to miss. Watch it miss! And last but not least we have Bliss, the Togekiss Mental Herb, so I cannot get Encored, I cannot get Taunted. And if it happens, I have the Mental Herb, so they have to do it again. I have Air Slash for super effective and stab move flinches, hopefully. It's gonna be 60% because of Serene Grace. Ally Switch, so me and my partner can switch positions. So if I know they're gonna target my other Pokemon, I can click Ally Switch, so Bliss can take the hit. Tailwind, because you can't have enough Tailwind support in a match where you need Tailwind. And Follow Me, so if someone wants to target one of my other Pokemon, they go for Togekiss. So yeah, that's the team. Let's jump into the battle part of the video, shall we? So let's have a look at what happens in the first battle, the singles. Me versus Dunakin. He brought Aromatisse, Taka, Bellibolt, Drampa, most likely Mega, Sinistcha, and Hisuian Samurott. So with the first 4 Pokemon, I already can tell he is going Trick Room, which is, well, not unheard of, but yeah, it's definitely something you don't see often in single battles. So let's see how this battle goes, because I started off with Volcanion while he led off with Aromatisse, and I knew Steam Eruption had a most likely 2-hit KO, and Aromatisse goes for the Trick Room, goes for the Toxic, and I take out the Aromatisse. So the first 2 turns of Trick Room end up with a kill for me. He goes for Stack Attacker and goes for an Iron Defense. Could go very badly here, and I have a 50-50 decision to make here. Well, I know my Steam Eruption goes for the KO here. I have seen this 65%. He has 2 options. He can either go for the Body Press because he set up the Iron Defense, or he goes for Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball is doing nothing to me if I stay this way and just click Steam Eruption. Or he goes for his Body Press. He either, I don't think he might Oko, or if I Terrestrialize, he does do about 50%. So I decide to go for the obvious Terrestrialization while he goes for the Body Press. I made the right prediction. Otherwise, I might have died with Volcanion there pretty clearly, because yeah, 42 resisted, so that was 84% damage, and I would not have taken that. So the right call to Terrestrialize, and I am in the driver's seat now. Bellibolt is taking me out on the last turn of Trick Room, so I went to Gastrodon while he Toxics, which is fine by me because I wanted to set up spikes here, expecting this switch to happen. That is now happening. I get my second layer up, so I get some extra chip damage, and I go out into Fez. No Glimmora, so Fez is kind of expandable, but for this Calm Mindset, I do have the Acid Spray. Matcha Gotcha not doing much, and he is even Life Orb, so all the damage that I do now is only gonna stack up. Shadow Ball does do decent damage, but with the Assault Vest not enough. He goes back out into Bellibolt while I'll go for another Acid Spray, taking Bellibolt down to half its special defense, and after the Moonblast I do have a 2-shot here clearly. Parabolic Charge not healing enough back up, so Sinistcha with the spikes goes down to the Moonblast on the switch. Hammerrod comes in, and I'm going to slow this down because I cannot keep talking on this fast pace. I switch and Gastrodon on the Aqua Cutter, which is great because I have Storm Drain, so I get that special attack boost, and He decides to switch out into his Drampa. Well, I'll go for the Earth Power, dealing over half the damage that it had, and clearly showing Earth Power is going to take out Drampa regularly. I am not sure if he Mega Evolved, if he would be able to live the Earth Power with a potential special defense boost. I'm not all that familiar with Mega Drampa's stats. So I'm not sure, could he have lived with my special attack boost, or would he have gone down? I'm really not sure. But he decided not to. He later in the battle tells me it was because he thought it had no... it wasn't really necessary. So he goes back out into Samurott, goes for the Ceaseless Edge and misses, which is very unfortunate for him. Well, I'll go for the Earth Power, chipping him down even further. Well, Toxic is starting to rack up, so I decide to let this go down because, yeah. What's the point if I switch out into anything? It's taking unnecessary damage. And I have a clean sweep from this point with Mega Lopunny. Yeah, and he's here saying no point megging, it was gonna die. So I guess he did the calcs and knew it was not going to live. He had one option here to maybe do something about differential at least, and that was switching out into from the belly bolt into the belly bolt with a static. He has taken damage and shown not to have electromorphosis, so a static might help him against Mega Lopunny. Mainly because we find out here he is choice carved, so Ceaseless Edge would have he would have had an Aqua Cutter with sharpness boost to do more into Mega Lopunny, while also maybe paralyzing me. But yeah, at this point in the game is pretty much played. I go for a close combat, taking out his Sui and Samurott, and after that he goes out into Belly Bolt. And with 23% health, I take it out with a close combat. So we start off the NetDex competition with a 4-0 win. Let's see what I will do for doubles. So next up, the double battles against Zoro. Quick team rundown for Zoro. He has Genesect, Venonat, Buzzwole, which I did not expect, Terra, Arcanine, Cleavor and Beedrill, most likely Mega. Most likely I will bet a kidney for it. I've already put the speed up to slow, so we can just jump into the battle. Let's start off with my team. We played Whimsicott and Mawile against his Cleavor and his Mega Beedrill. I start off with Intimidating both, which is great, and Beedrill shows he is Mega. All this is because he terrestrialized it. We played game 1 for a second time because he terrestrialized Cleavor in the first battle, and yeah, I decided just let's do it again. It's just turn 1. What's the difference? I'm not gonna claim a win on because he terrestrialized the wrong one. That's something that could happen with me as well. So yeah. I set up a Tailwind, so Mawile should be faster. Nope. Cleavor goes for the U-turn into a Sui and Arcanine, intimidating us both, and Mawile is not faster than the Mega Beedrill as well, because Mega Beedrill is insanely fast, so Mawile just goes for the Rock Slide, dealing damage to both. In the original battle, his Sui and Arcanine did not take any damage, but we decided to just play on, and from now on we are free to do whatever. I knock off the Venonat because Eviolite is annoying to deal with, while Flare Blitz is taking me out cleanly. Not a good start. I simply forgot he was not intimidated earlier. I go for the U-turn into Arcanine just to get another Pokemon out. Togekiss in Tailwind and Mega Diancie in Tailwind. So Mega Diancie goes for the Mega and he outspeeds and goes for the Rock Slide, only hitting the Venonat because of the protected Arcanine. And without Eviolite, Venonat is taken out cleanly because, yeah, he does have lesser stats. With a single turn, I go for a Rock Slide, barely missing the KO on both Arcanine and Cleavor, but Togekiss takes the Arcanine out. Might have been better to take out the Cleaver, but Cleaver flinches, so I guess that's something. I know Cleaver is Scarfed and Mega Beedrill will outspeed, so I go for the ally switch. He goes for a Steel Wing into Bliss and missing out on the KO. Well, Poison Jab is missing the KO on the Rihanna, and this time I take a double KO with Rock Slide. So Mega Diancie really already pulling its weight. Genesect and Buzzwole against 5 other Pokemon. What could go wrong? I defend with Rihanna protecting, so Buzzwole is also protecting, so I can take any hit from the Genesect, but that decides to go for Shift Gear. And I set up a Tailwind with Bliss, and Bliss goes for Follow Me, so the move Genesect would have gone for into Rihanna is going into my Togekiss, and yeah, he takes a double KO. In hindsight, it might have been better to let a 10% Mega Diancie go down and go for an Air Slash into Buzzwole. Most likely taking a Oko because it's 4 times effective. But we'll see how it plays out, because I still have a Tapu Koko and Whimsicott in. Whimsicott can still switch through my Lagging Tail onto the Genesect that is holding a Focus Sash, and I set up a light screen for some reason because I was not aware that this is a physical Genesect. Oh my god, I am stupid. The Extreme Speed does take out Tapu Koko, so no Reflect from me, and I Encore the Buzzwole into Stone Edge. And that move is known for missing, but my Tailwind is gone, so I have to go out into Iron Thorns. Well, I can set up another Tailwind, and Iron Thorns hopefully can take out the Genesect with a Fire Punch. Yes, it can, luckily. And now it's a 2v1. Stone Edge is doing some damage, and it already has a defense boost. I can see it has Rocky Helmet. And a Breaking Swipe is doing just 10%, and even though I lower its attack stat, Stone Edge still does do pretty big damage. Encore ends, so I decide to Encore it again. Well, I go for Fire Punch, and 23% is just not big damage. I should have gone for more Breaking Swipes here. Because I'm going to make a bit of a misplay. I switch through Rocky Helmet and White Land, so if he decides to touch me, which he cannot because he's clicking Stone Edge again and again. Tailwind's done, so I set it up again. And again, should have Breaking Swiped, but I went for Fire Punch, hoping for the burn. And here is where I make the biggest misplay. For real. Encore ends, he has 0 PP in Stone Edge. If I click Encore, he struggles himself to death. Cleanly. Only problem is, I don't see it. I miss it completely. He goes for Drain Punch. And at this point you can see where this is going. I cannot deal enough damage. And he takes me out. A game full of misplays, but it's best of 3. So, let's try that again, shall we? We start off again with Whimsicott and Mawile, because I feel like I could have won that game 1. And now that I think back about it, I definitely could have. So I go for Intimidate, while Rage Powder from Venonet comes in. While I go for Tailwind, so no move to target. While he goes for Stone Edge, and I go for a Stealth Rock. So Rage Powder was kind of a waste there, luckily. He moves switch into Genesect, which is fine by me, gets a special attack boost. Encore is not something I can do again. Knock off into the Venonet, so no more Eviolite for it. And I've been put to sleep by Sleep Powder, which is annoying, but I can still switch through the Lagging Tail onto the Genesect while PD stays asleep. And Genesect goes for an Ironet into Fluffy, barely missing the KO, but a Struggle Bug is enough to take out Whimsicott. Not an ideal start, but I got my rocks up, I got Lagging Tail onto Genesect, so... And this time Tomahawk is... I am smart enough to go for the Reflect instead of the Light Screen. That's turn 2 of Sleep for the Mawile, so that's annoying, but... yeah, somewhat balanced. My Tailwind is off, and I go for a Nature's Madness into Venonat, dealing some great damage because, yeah, with it's even though it isn't holding Eviolite, I still can kill it with Mawile if it wakes up this turn. But well, guess what? It didn't. So yeah, Rage Powder into a Waking, into a Volt Switch, so taking it very low while Iron Thorns is switching in. And finally he wakes up and goes for the Fire Fang into Venonat, taking it out. So that thing is gone, but I still have a setup plus attack Genesect in and a Mega Beedrill. So yeah, while my special attack is low, that's not really mattering. I Terra up, he protects, he goes for a Brick Break, so no more Reflect for me. Well, I'll set up a Dragon Dance and I go for the Rock Slide, predicting the Protect and taking out the Beedrill in the process. So that's something. No more Mega Beedrill. Buzzwole comes in and that's annoying because it's a Buzzwole. E-Speed is not enough to take out my Iron Thorns, and a Fire Punch is enough to take out the Genesect. So that thing is gone, and with 3% he targets my Mawile. So yeah, Mawile going for the knockoff. No more Rocky Helmet for you. And I am in a decent spot now with 3 offensive Pokemon. Well, 2 offensive and a Intimidator, so it's more of a supportive Pokemon. Tapu Koko switches in, so I can set up the Electric Terrain again. Cleavor is going to outspeed Cyber for Iron Thorns, and he misses the Steel Wing, which is very annoying for him. Breaking Swipe lowers the attack stat of both Pokemon. So at least that is something. And now the Steel Wing is taking out my Iron Thorns, so... But it still got off some damage, and the Reflect is helping me out immensely here. Unless he crits me with the Stone Edge. Yeah, that happens. Bliss and Mawile come in. Mawile, of course, going for that Intimidate, lowering that attack stat of both Pokemon. Forcing it basically out the Cleavor because it's choice locked, because I knew it was choice scarfed. Buzzwole goes for the Protect, while Mawile goes for, with the Tailwind from Togekiss and a knockoff for Mawile into that slot, getting rid of that Citrus Berry. And now I am set up to win because Air Slash goes into the Buzzwole, not having any of that shenanigans again, while Arcanine dodges a Rock Slide quite skillfully and snarls into me, which is annoying, but not something that should lose me the game, I think. Ally switch from the Togekiss, so Steel Wing goes into the wrong Pokemon for me. Damn it. Am I going to throw now? Oh my god, I still have 1 turn of Tailwind left, but can Mega Diancie really clean this game for me up? I go for Rock Slide while he protects, so I can only take out the Cleavor. I do outspeed and I do take out the Cleavor. Wait, is this still possible? Air Slash into Arcanine, yeah, that's not doing anything, but without Tailwind, Mega Diancie is still outspeeding the Arcanine, and I take the win, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to game 3 for the... Yeah, that's just the deciding factor. Who is going to take this W? Is it me or is it Sorrow? Let's find out. In game 3, I lead off with Whimsicott and I lead off with Mawile. Yeah, it worked great so far, so why not do it again? I learned from my previous games. I know what's useful and what's not. He goes for Rage Powder, but I go for the switcheroo into the Cleavor, taking away its Choice Scarf. It does outspeed Mawile now and gets up the Stone Axe, but I can still set up my Stealth Rocks, so that's nice. I switch through the Eviolite and Choice Scarf from the Venonat, so Venonat is now scarfed and outspeeding Mawile. And Cleavor is going last, so he goes for a U-turn after setting up the rocks and goes out into the Beedrill. And this could be problematic. Mega Beedrill outspeeds a lot of Pokemon, even with Tailwind. I do not outspeed with Mawile, and I am still fast asleep. Nope, I wake up and I get off my Rock Slide, getting the kill on the Mega Beedrill, while Venonat is Choice Scarfed and flinched with a Tailwind. And yeah, that's pretty harsh, but I still have 2 turns of Tailwind left. Genesect has not set up, so he decided to go for a Protect, while Air Slash takes out the Venonat, and PD did go for a Fire Fang into it. With 2 more turns of Trick Room left, this is looking very good for me. Even though I'm intimidated, Blizz doesn't care, Arcanine terrestrializes. The Air Slash into Genesect is not enough, but a Fire Fang follow-up is enough to take out the Genesect. So we again have Arcanine that does take out my Mawile. Buzzwole and Cleavor against 4 of my Pokemon. Blizz and Rihanna are now out. Buzzwole protects. Air Slash into Buzzwole, and I forget to Mega my Diancie and missing out on the Arcanine kill. And this is where I think to myself, did I mess this up? No more Tailwind. And I really forgot to Terra and miss a kill. Is this going to cost me the game? The Power Gem into Arcanine is enough to take it out. And Tailwind is back up. So Buzzwole's Stone Edge is annoying to take out Mega or my Togekiss. And he does get an attack boost, but with Tapu Koko and Mega Diancie on the field, I feel like I should be able to take this game to a win. I Nature Madness the Buzzwole so I can more easily take it out because it's low on HP. The Rock Slide is taking out the Cleaver and flinching the Buzzwole, sealing the deal, and Dazzling Gleam does come in, is useful in the end, and I take game 3 as well, taking the set 2 and 1. So, if I say so myself, not a bad week 1. A win in the singles division, a 2-1 overall win in the doubles division. I'm proud. Let me know down below what you thought of this battle. I do know my own mistakes from game 1. You are free to tell me, but like I said, I already am aware of what I did wrong there. So let me know down below what you think of these battles. Do you think it's okay for me to do the battles like this, or do you want 2 separate videos? Doesn't mean I'm going to change something, but I am curious to see what you guys' opinions are for about this matter. So let me know down below. But yeah, that's it for week 1. I hope you had a blast, and I hope to see you all next week. Until then, bye.